Hey guys and gals, today we'll be talking about Zombie 4. Now, Zombie 4, um, I kind of like it for what it is, but even though the zombies wasn't all that looking, but the kill seems pretty much the same, like how Zombie 3 was, I would say, you know, how they rip your face apart and they bite you, and, you know, but this time you got a prelude story to it, a beginning when this voodoo priest buried his wife, in a ritual with magic, and these guys come in to stop the voodoo priest. And the reason why the voodoo priest was doing this was because he blamed these white people for destroying his daughter, with chemicals, and that's what I think it is. But and the doctors in the island saying that we're trying to find a cure for cancer. We was helping your daughter out, but she had a bad disease. I think it was cancer. He told the voodoo priest, and he believed that what I'm gonna like raise the dead, and these zombies killing people in the islands pretty much. So then one of the white guys shoot the voodoo priest, and from the grave, out of the grave, his wife came back alive, but as a zombie this time, and she goes on killing them off. Meanwhile, you got these two couples running from the other zombies, and she told her youngest daughter, the young daughter, to walk, just run straight forward, and they're being attacked. Years later, the girl grows up, and she goes back to the island with a group of friends and mercenaries, you know, to help her find out what happened, in the island. And for a young girl, she remembers all that, about the voodoo and the zombies and the rituals and stuff. I'm like, that's crazy. Once they got on the island, right off the back, as they got comfortable on the island, like I was maybe 15 minutes later in the movie, a zombie attack happened to one of the people that came to the island, and pretty much they're on the run from these zombies. Just like Zombie 3, but Zombie 3 was much more better in my opinion. But these zombies, they were more like covered up, like in cloaks, and if the zombie attacks you or eats you or like bites you, later on that person will become a zombie. So you got like two of the military guys and one woman on the island, and some of the guys that was with them become zombies, and they gotta shoot them and kill them, in different fashions. So I'm mostly shooting them, I would say, you know. And as the movie progresses and people start dying, you get your ending and spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. A lot of people still don't understand the ending. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's really easy to understand the ending for this movie. Spoilers, spoilers. Um, Once the one guy and one woman goes to where the gates of hell is open, the doors open. She read the book of the dead, and it mentioned that you got three gates of heaven, three gates of hell, and I mean three doors of heaven, three doors of hell. Excuse me, same shit. Um, you must sacrifice the soul to close the gates of hell. Pretty much that's what the survivor woman did. She pretty much looked through the pit. She threw in the necklace, thinking it was gonna close the gates of hell, but actually it's not what it really wants. It really wants your soul, to close the gates of hell, and that's the only way it's gonna happen. Because it needs a sacrifice. Say from one sacrifice to another sacrifice, pretty much. Because it took a sacrifice to open the doors of hell. It takes another sacrifice to close the gates of hell. That's what people really understand about magic and black magic. It always comes with a catch. There's always something you have to sacrifice for. You always want something. But yeah, that's what happened to the white girl. She ended up slowly decomposing, rotting, pulling her own eyeball, throwing into the pit of hell, and then she finally becomes a zombie herself too. While the man that was with her, he got attacked behind by a zombie. His hands going through it, while the zombie punched through back of his back through his chest. So he was already dead. So yeah, that was the ending for Zombie 4. Oh, by the way, peace guys, see you later.